Hello all. I am very happy and thankful to get a call from Mr. Rajesh Nath and BDMA to speak on this year's budget. This year's budget was special because we all know that during the COVID-19 we had faced huge GDP contraction, a huge fiscal deficit. So we have seen it all. So there were challenges in front of the government. So government had to do the planning this time practically with the mindset of spending. So what did the government do? So they have a lot of economic boosters in their mind. One is, the first is the capital expenditure. Huge, 5.5 lakh crore they want to spend on capex. Then of course we have the PLI schemes, the production linked incentive schemes for 13 sectors. So what it will bring about? It will bring about cutting edge technologies to make the manufacturing champions, integration into the global supply chain, then of course job creation and increase the scale and size of the business. So if you to name out a few of the sectors is that of course your telecom, your electronics, white goods like ACs, pharma drugs, special steels, automotives and auto parts, AC batteries. So of course, then the next of course is the infrastructure. Government again has huge plans. 1.18 lakh crore on the Ministry of Roads, 1.1 lakh crore on the Ministry of Railways, 100 new airports they're talking of by 2024 under the UDAN scheme, 150 passenger train cars under the PPP model, 8,500 kilometers of super highways they are talking of. So this will definitely help in terms of the growth programs. Then government of course has, because of the COVID situation, they have learned now what they have to do. They're spending on health and well-being, 2.2 lakh crore compared to 94,000 crores, 137% increase. Then of course they have the disinvestment plans. They have increased in FDI limits for the insurance sectors. Special focus now is on the automotive sector. They have now introduced the vehicle volunteer scrappage policy. They're increasing the number of buses on the roads. Huge infrastructure built up will happen. So this will definitely help the auto sectors which were reeling under a lot of slowdown in the last 3 to 4 years. In terms of the tax proposals, yes, customs duty, they are trying to rationalize, they have to remove a lot of old exemption clauses what they have. Then in terms of the steel, they are reducing the import duty on the steel and the steel scrap, which definitely will help the industries which are dependent on the steel, because steel market is showing a huge spike in the steel prices, in the domestic steel prices. So they are also under a lot of huge pressure. This will help, and now the reduction in the custom duties. In the income tax, of course, they are trying to bring in a lot of transparency. They are trying to make it a faceless in the appellate authorities, which of course will help in the companies for the assessees. The GST regime, they are talking of that they want to do away with the GST audit by the chartered accountants. Now this will put a lot of pressure on the CFOs, because they have to be now self-reliant. They have to do a very self-reconciliation at regular intervals. And they have to absolutely be very alert, because when the department will come after 2-3 years, at that time they should not face a lot of penalty and interest. So of course the government has also other plans in terms of the OPC, that's the one person company for the startups. So there's a lot of also tax benefits for the startup companies also. And finally, of course, the government has understood that they have to do the spending, because what they do, even if they do a lot of stimulus and the cash transfer, it actually does not help, because in the sense that we see that the consumers people are not able to spend that much, especially when they have a lot of contingency plans in mind. And so government knows that there is a huge fiscal deficit, 6.5%. They want to taper it down in the next 3-4 years. And so that all they have in mind. So they have a challenge in the execution also. So hope all that goes well. And thank you for listening to me. Just in a nutshell, I tried to speak about the budget. Thanks again. Bye.